The Tomb Raider franchise has always been part of pop culture for millennium. The franchise is known mainly because of its gaming. The games have sold millions upon millions of copies worldwide, generating a huge fan base. In 2001, the franchise tried to venture into making movies to get that sweet box office money. That was a huge mistake. The franchise has never been able to recover from that blunder. They say the first impression is always the last impression. The 2001 movie experiment received mixed reviews. Everyone had a legit reason for hating or loving it. The franchise, having not learned their lesson, decided to burn even more money by making more movies. They released more movies, all flopping, until it became clear that audiences were not resonating with the main characters. The studio gave up on the franchise in 2018. It again had mixed reviews. Few people went to see the movies in the theaters, and this was the final nail in the coffin. The franchise abandoned the movie business and decided to venture into making great video games for their actual fans instead. In the end, it all worked out. The Tomb Raider franchise is still relevant today, while most games that came out in 1996 cannot say the same. The difference between the films and the games of the franchise is that in the games, the writers and directors were creative in a way that was entertaining to many audiences. The problem with their films was that it was a carbon copy of the games. The writers brought nothing new to entice new fans into the franchise. They copied Disney's live-action movie formula. And they were like, why don't we do that and in the process make millions of dollars? There is only one problem. There is only one Disney. You don't copy Disney. Disney can only copy you. It was a surprise that Netflix made the decision to revive the movie franchise. It was universal among everyone that the franchise had reached its end, only to be forgotten. Netflix boldly took on the challenge and released the trailer of the franchise titled Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft, and it was great watching it. The trailer was not interested in showing the plot rather than the action scenes. The main character Lara Croft does a lot of crazy stunts that have not been explored in the games. That is the main reason why the trailer has generated millions of views. Netflix is promising a lot of shit even though it undermines the rules of science in an attempt to make millions of viewers give the show a chance. In the trailer, Lara Croft, with no superpowers, runs on top of hot lava, fights a tiger that is 10 times her height, strength, everything, hangs on a rope that is so high that falling would be catastrophic, breaks into highly secured towers by herself without a map, fights scary monsters with sharp claws, teeth, you name it, kidnapping, all these challenges while defending herself with a bow and an arrow. The movie will be crazy interesting. The main villain piece was done brilliantly. The villain also needs to be threatening as well as commanding. The movie should take into consideration that most viewers may not be hardcore fans, so it is better to explain Lara Croft's story in a new and engaging way. The main creatures should also be different from each other. If the movie is as good as the trailer, then Netflix will not have a hard time greenlighting a second season. The series will be so entertaining to specific groups like nerds, people who play video games, woke audiences that love watching powerful women, fans of action scenes, fans of scary creatures, anime fans, boot subscribers that want something new, Netflix superfans that watch everything the streaming service makes. The irony is that Lara Croft is voiced by Hayley Atwell, who plays Captain America, a superhero who is courageous, strong-willed, and willing to save lives, just like the character she is voicing, Lara Croft. The series should copy the important parts of the game, like Lara's backstory and her father, while other aspects create something new. The locations should be different from one another, and used to progress the plot as well as challenge the beliefs of the main characters. The villains should be different, all of them challenging the principle held by Lara Croft. When writing animations of popular games, the writers should be required to at least play the games in order to get an insight as to why people love them. Lara Croft is a well-written, complex character, and the series should try and explore all of them.